What's up with it? How y'all doing tonight? You know what, bro? When I was dealing with Thai girl, my survival instincts kicked in, bro. It was like, procreate, procreate. Come on, man. Fuck a condom. Fuck a condom. Bust nuts on the inside. Procreate, bro. Procreate. That was on my mind, man, when I was with her, man. And I'm sorry. My survival instincts kicked in, you know. What's up with it, Jamie? What's up with it, baby? You know. When you are not wearing any condom, when you coming on the inside and stuff, that means your survival instincts are kicking in, bro. It's telling you, bro, we need to create another you, okay? You know. You feel me? Cause I sure was coming on the inside with Thai girl, man. Boy, man, Thai girl had a nice big ass on her, and I was busting loads of nuts inside that coochie from behind and the front, and she didn't mind either. I think she wanted a kid too, man. You know, feel what I'm saying? That's why she was letting me bust nuts on the inside. But some other motherfucker stepped in, bro, and took that bitch away, bro. I was so mad. You know?
Wait.
Busting all kinds of nuts on the inside, man. You know, feel me? You know.
Why is it that the cow gets it, but you don't?
I don't take females. What you got the part? Here, right, you get
Right in the top.
Digger and shit. I mean, I put them in
You just gotta watch her, man, because that one female, she's fucking stalker.
That's the first time. That's the first time I fucking ever seen her. What you were saying, I guess it's true. Because she went out. She was at the liquor store.
Yeah.
And she was all like,
Yeah, you gotta watch that bitch, bro. She stays above us, so.
I never witnessed that until today. So I didn't know. I don't know what it is.
Man, that bitch she's stalking that broad. You feel me? You gotta be really careful.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know. I never witnessed it. I didn't know.
Serious. I've been stalked.
Now I know.
Hey, brother, I've been stalked before. Man, I had stalked. It's scary when somebody's stalking you, man.
I wish somebody would stalk me.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, I don't trust that you got my back.
I got your front, back, and side to side.
Stalking is like, oh, you scared. You don't know when that person's gonna strike again and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man.
That's crazy. If you have multiple time, that's not good. That's not good at all. And I've seen how she got down. That's the only time I witnessed that.
I don't give a fuck, dude. You should have fucking listened to me when I fucking told you.
I bet you nobody would go over and stuff you were on around. Guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. Nope.
No, it's too late. It's too late. Don't come in and try to act hero now.
Nobody fucked with you the other night when I was with you.
Hero. You
Okay.
ain't shit.
Who fucked with you the other night when I was there with you? Nobody. Nobody even came through. They slipped off.
Because my dad told her he was gonna call the police on her. That wasn't because of you. You didn't do shit.
There was nobody around to talk shit. Nobody came around.
Oh bullshit. You always make a fucking excuse why
Nobody
why
came
you're
around.
a little fucking bitch.
Nobody came around.
You
when I was
always
there.
make an excuse why you're a bitch.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, well, somebody else had to do it for me.
Yeah.
Or somebody else did it first.
Nobody did
Or
shit
I
when
didn't
I was
have to
there.
do it because somebody else did it.
Nobody
Okay,
was
well, then
nobody
you're a
did shit when I was there.
So quit your fucking talk, big talk.
Yeah. No, it's real
You
talk.
guys don't know what
That's real spill.
now.
It's real spill.
Because you don't prove shit.
There's nothing to
you
prove.
proved
Nobody
you're a
came
little
through. Nobody came through.
That's what you did. You proved you were a
Okay,
bitch.
okay. Who came through?
No one.
All right then.
You didn't come through.
I was there.
And they tried to call the police on her. And I told her we were going to call the police on her. And that's the only reason why she ran off. It wasn't because of you. You didn't do shit.
I'm gonna be here, guys.
You didn't do shit, dude.
I'm gonna be here, guys. Go ahead, keep going.
You did not do shit.
That was
That was just today, bitch. Oh. You were not there tonight. Tonight. Exactly. And you weren't even there to me now.
Oh shit. So we got a couple out here arguing and shit. If you heard that shit in the background, they arguing and all the other shit, man. You know, that's the reason why I stay away from like women out here on the streets, bro. I don't care what they look like. If they're fat, if they're fat, out of shape, or if they're skinny and thick, I don't fuck with them at all, man. Out here on the streets. Some motherfuckers ain't got self-control and they ain't got discipline. So they get caught up with these females out here, man, and they get into trouble. You know. You know. They get into trouble out here, man. So yeah, right now at this point in my life, bro, I'm looking for a broad I can impregnate in the future. You know. And my survival instincts are saying like, man, bro, you gotta have a kid, man. You know, some motherfuckers, they ignore their survival instincts. You feel what I'm saying? And they thinking like, oh, it's not okay to be with a kid and a woman and shit like that. I'm like, that shit is a bunch of cope to me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys, even around this time, bro, they feeling lonely as hell. You feel me? You know, is it cold out here? Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, it's about, right now, bro, it's about like, maybe like 48 degrees out right now. I can see my breath, so yeah, it's cold. What's up with the Hawkins? I'm on survival mode, man. I want children. You know what I'm saying? And right now, once I get the bag in the future, you feel me? Once I get the bag in the future, I'm gonna be busting nuts inside the coochie, man, with no condom on. You know what I'm saying? My jeans are at stake right here, bro. You feel me? Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. You can see that. You see that shit? It's cold out here. You feel me? And right now, I'm looking at some of these young females. I'm like, man, I'm gonna impregnate something. You feel me? I'm gonna impregnate something. I'm gonna bust nuts inside of something. You know. Here it's 32 degrees. Oh, that's cold. You gotta be on the East Coast then. Hawkins, you on the East Coast. It's the West Coast. It get down to like 40, 48. That's cold for us. 48, 47. Let me see how much. Hold on one second. Let me see how cold it really is. Hold on one second. Yeah, it's 40 degrees. It is 49 degrees right now. That's cold for us. That's cold for us. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, when your genes kick in, man, when you want the survival of your genes to kick in, bro, it kicks in. And it's like, okay, I need to find a young female to impregnate. So then, you start looking at some of these women out here that are young, in their 20s and shit. And you say, okay, she'll do fine. She tall. She got a pretty face and stuff. I like to hold her hand going to the movies. Okay, yeah, she good enough. She tall as fuck. I'll fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? You be like, no, baby, I'm not wearing a condom. I don't like condoms. That's what I'm telling her straight up. I don't like condoms. So I could bust a nut in that tall pussy and get me a tall baby out that motherfucker. You know? You feel me? We need to get a beer, man, or something right now at this point. You know. She gotta be at least 5'7", 5'8". She gotta be, around 5'7". 5'8", 5'9". So that way when I have a baby, the baby come out taller, man, because I don't want no short children, bro. I don't want to have babies. I don't want to have babies with shorty pants, bro. Even though shorty pants look good, you know what I'm saying? She fine as hell. Well, maybe she's not fine as hell, but she's average at best. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's just like, baby, we need to get a woman that's around your height. You feel me? So we look for a female that's, even though some females, they don't care about height like that. I see women out here all the time with dudes their same height. I seen a couple the other day. They were both 5'9". They were both my height. So they're probably thinking the same thing. Like, look, I'm not trying to have any short children. So I'm about to get with you around my height. So that way, when I have a kid that's a male, he'll be at least 5'9". You know what I'm saying? At least that, man. It's all about chasing and getting the shit that you want out of life, man. You feel me? It's all about getting what you want. You messing with a female that's around your height, you're gonna have a better chance at creating a kid that's at least half average, or he might be tall. He might be like 6 foot. He might got the tall gene, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you pick the female that got the tall gene. You feel me? And I know I've been talking about having babies and having kids lately, but that's been on my mind, man. Cause I'm 44. I'm 45, right? So I'm 45, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be old and alone when I get to be in my my fucking 60s and 70s, man. You ain't gonna have no kids coming around, to watch your favorite show with you or nothing, bro. Like you gotta have children, guys, at least two. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw how desperate my mother was before she died, man, and that kind of scared me, man. So yeah, I'm hunting for a female to have children with, bro. I got to. It's in my genes, man. I can't go to my old age without children. You feel me? I can't do it. Right now, we about to go get a beer. Get a beer. You know what I'm saying? And when I get the bag, I'm gonna be trying to impregnate every single goddamn female I come across. I don't know. Maybe because I'm desperate, and I am desperate. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I am desperate for children and for love and companionship. You feel what I'm saying? I'm desperate. I ain't gonna tell the motherfucker a lie, man. I'm straight up. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100. I ain't gonna lie to nobody, bro. What the fuck I gotta lie for? And tell you that I'm not desperate? Hell, 45. Of course I'm desperate, bro. But it's gotta be with the right woman. Boobs is too short, man. That's too short. You know? She gotta be 5'7", 5'8". Boobs, she come up to my chest. That's too short. And I'm gonna keep on hunting. What's up, homie? I'm good, man. Miss right now for me, yeah. She missed right now. Because she too short.
All right. What's the definition of character to you? I found out that one of my players was vaping. I said, hey, right now it's the time to be honest with me. Yes. He said almost everybody on my team was vaping. The next day, all parents came in. I said, how many of you guys think your kids are vaping? Not one of them raised their hand. There's a joint fight to make something better. We don't sit back with it happen.
Thank you. Have a happy holidays.
The best place for Black Friday deals is meant to be
Yes,
really
really.
warm. Get
I'm good, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Have a nice evening.
You too, man. I'll be back for the water. Bye-bye.
What?
He said to reach around. When you eat it from the back, all you gotta do is to reach around. You know. Yeah, I got baby rabies, man, what they call it, right? I got baby fever, really. I got one more beer and I'm good for tonight. I'm good for tonight. Just one more beer. And I'm thinking like, man, goddamn, shit. You know, boobs, she's cool, man. But she too short. I like height, man. I know so you guys talking about, man, don't be so picky. I'm like, well, guess what, bro? You gotta be picky with the genes, man, because you don't want your kid to come out short as a man, bro. Come on now. The best you can do for your kid is to get them, is to give them good genes. You know, at least my kid got to be at least what, 5'9", 5'10". You know what I'm saying? At least give them that. You get with a shorty pants that's 5 foot, man. You know, and they're gonna work. It ain't gonna work, man. As much as I like boobs, we gotta skip out on that. Yeah, she's missed right now, but I can't have babies with her. But I don't want no accident. I don't want to accidentally knock her up. You know what I'm saying? Because if I know, let me tell you something real quick. You know, if I knock her up right now, it's not gonna be good, man. Because then I won't get the height. You know, I won't be able to give my kid a certain height. You feel what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, my kid might be 5'1". You know what I'm saying? It's like, so we gotta like skip out on the shorties. You know what I'm saying? Even though they look good, they smell good, the coochie is good, but it's not like what you're looking for. You gotta go out and get what you're looking for. You gotta get a woman that's tall, man. And I'll get the bag, I'll get money, I'll get whatever, just so I can get a female that was tall. You feel what I'm saying? Arab. 5'1" is rough for a man. That's why I said we gotta make sure he's not gonna be 5'1". If I get with a female that's 5 foot and I'm 5'9", no, he's not gonna be 5'1". He'd probably be like 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", somewhere around there. From 5'4" to 5'8". That's probably what my kid is gonna be like. And if you get with a female that's 5'8" and you're 5'9", so guess what? The kid gonna come out to be at least 5'9", or he might come out to be 5'10", because somebody in the family had tall genes. So he might be 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen that happen before, man. So I mean, damn. My sister, she got a boyfriend. He around my height. My sister is around 5'3", 5'4". No, she about 5'4". You know what I'm saying? And he 5'8" or 5'9". Okay, so the kid My nephew, he's 6'1" right now. So like, goddamn, we was wondering like, goddamn, where your height come from, bro? And I forgot my father was 6 foot, and so was the brothers. You know, my uncles and stuff like that. They were 6 foot, man. You know, I'm like I said, man. I'm the fucking runt of the family. You know, I didn't get to be 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? But they did. You know, you know. So the key is, man, is to not give your kids any bad genes or nothing like that. Cause I feel like a lot of these guys out here, man, they hate their motherfucking lives, man. You feel me? Motherfuckers hate being short. If some guys have killed themselves because they were 5'4", and women wouldn't give them a chance, you know what I'm saying? And they couldn't get no woman and shit like that. So no, don't do that to your kid. You know, protect your kids from the ugly gene or the short gene and shit like that. I mean, shit, women do it all the time, man. They reject men because they don't want their kids to be like short bald guy out here talking about committing suicide and shit like that because they can't get a woman. Nah, we gotta bless them with good genes. So I'm not gonna fuck with you know, even though the young female you know, not shorty pants. I wouldn't stay long term with her, man. For me, she's not pretty enough. Matter of fact, I fucking face mog her, man. My face is way more beautiful than hers, and I'm a dude. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I'm not gonna be with shorty pants. My ideal woman, if I'm broke, she got to be a 6 in looks in the face, and she got to be tall. If I got money, if I got the bag, she got to be tall, and she got to be more beautiful than me. You feel what I'm saying? She got to be like at least a fucking a 7, 8, 9, or a 10 in the face. You feel what I'm saying? If I got the bag, because I know I won't be able to get that. I mean, I know I won't be able to get that if I don't have the bag. You feel what I'm saying? So once I get the bag, you know, I'm looking to have children, and we got to have children, right, man? Regardless of what your insides is telling you, or your temptations is telling you, is to fuck with that shorty pants over there because she got a pretty face, and I will, you know what I'm saying? No, don't do it. You can't give in to the temptation, man. Yeah, she might be short, she might be cute. You feel what I'm saying? But nah, you gotta pass on that. Like, okay, no, you're not tall enough. You're pretty enough in the face, but you're not tall enough. And then when you get the bag, man, you can find you a tall bitch, man, and knock her up and have babies just like that. Some good babies, man. And I know what, bro? I don't know what the fuck is going on with with Ray J. This nigga done went crazy, bro. During the holidays, he crashed out with Princess, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? He crazy, bro. Ray J done crashed out for no apparent reason. You know. You know. Yeah. We got trolls in here? Of course we do. Of course we got the trolls and shit. You know, I think like they stayed together for too long. Ray J and Princess Love, whatever her name is. I think they stayed together a little bit too long. They supposed to have broke up like a long time ago, but they kept it going. And Ray J's habits have fucked up his life, man. Like, I don't know if he on them drugs or if it's the alcohol, but he got to give up something, man. You know. You like Heineken? Oh, okay. But like right now, man, forget about Ray J, man. He set his legacy, man. He got kids. What about me? What about Ray J? Fuck Ray J. What about me, bro? I need to have children. Because I don't want to be out here old and alone, bro. Some of you guys saying, well, what about, when you get married and then you get a divorce? I mean, it doesn't matter, bro. You got kids that'll come around and see you, man. When you get old, that's the mission, is to make sure I'm not that guy that's like 65 by himself or 70 by himself. And I got no children coming around to check up on me and shit like that. I don't want to be that guy. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, fuck Ray J. What about my legacy? He already got children already. I don't have shit. Feel what I'm saying? So women are choosing the best niggas out here, man. And you got to be that best nigga, man. That's all I got to say, man. You get the bag, you that best nigga. You know what I'm saying? They can't look over you with the bag. A woman cannot pass you up with the bag, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, some women might not care whether or not you got money. Some women might care about more looks, whatever, than money. But you're going to have that one female that's going to care about your pockets. And she's going to be drawn to you. And you have children with her, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know. We got to make sure we have children and take care of them coming up, man. Because these are the kids who are going to be looking after you, man, when you get old. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas don't understand, man. It's a sad, lonely life, old and alone, bro. It is. I seen it happen to a lot of motherfuckers, bro. They thought that not having kids in their youth was they thought it was the bomb. They thought it was the shit. Like, yeah, nigga, I ain't got no kids, man. Man, shit, fuck kids, bro. Yeah, fuck them motherfucking kids, bro. I don't need no kids, man. And then when they get to be 65, 70, where them kids at? I need somebody to help me build my house. My back is out. Nobody's coming around to sing me happy birthday. I'm having Thanksgiving by myself. You in there cooking up a turkey by yourself, nigga. Fucking cranberry sauce by yourself. Stuffing by yourself. Mashed potatoes by yourself. You know what I'm saying? In there having a feast by yourself, bro. That's not the way to fucking spend Thanksgiving, nigga. You supposed to have your woman with you, your kids with you. You feel what I'm saying? During Thanksgiving. You ain't supposed to be by yourself. Fuck being by yourself. For all you motherfuckers who glorify being by yourself, man, that ain't you know what, bro? That's not the way to live, bro. That's why you got a lot of incels being by yourself. That's why you got a whole lot of incels going around setting people on fire, because they ain't got no woman or no family or nothing like that, bro. For real. There's been a gang of incels out here, bro, causing a whole lot of fucking perverted acts and shit like that, bro. This one guy right now, bro, he's called the Bay Area butt sniffer, bro. He's going around sniffing all the women's butts, bro. He went to jail just recently for sniffing a woman's butt. And I said, damn, look at these incels, bro. They ain't got no families or nothing like that. That's what's causing these motherfuckers to come around and do perverted shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, why would you sniff a woman's butt? I mean, I understand you gotta get a sniff on or some shit like that, and you ain't had no sex in a very long time. I understand that. But, bro, why do you have to do that shit, man, and then, like, get caught doing it and then thrown in jail for doing it? It's like, bruh, dude had fucking, hey, look it up, though. Dude had Shrek ears and shit like that. I was like, this is the reason why this nigga wasn't getting no pussy, man. This nigga look like Shrek, man. The nigga had Shrek ears, bro. You feel what I'm saying? He's called the Bay Area serial butt sniffer, bro. I laughed so hard last night when I saw that shit, bro. I said, what the fuck? I'm like, he going around sniffing all the women's butts, bro. And he been in jail for doing it. And then all the people in the comment section like, why they keep letting him out? I mean, because it's a non-violent crime. Nobody got killed, just sniffed. Bruh, that's a nigga that's really there, for real. You know. The dude weird, and he don't even care what happens to him. He just want to sniff the women's booty, bro. You know? For real. You know. It's like, bruh, come on, man. For real, though? He's going around sniffing all the, like, goddamn, I mean, damn, bro. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been right there, like, what it smell like, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, what that smell like, bro? Nah, I wouldn't have did that. I'm teasing. I wouldn't have did it, but I would have asked him, like, what that smell like, bro? What it smell? You know. You know, look it up. It's called the Bay Area serial butt sniffer. He funny. The nigga got Shrek ears, bro. Like, yeah, he ain't getting no coochie with them ears, bro. But anyway, back to what I was saying, bro. Like, I'm afraid to fuck with boobs, bro. Like, I'm afraid that I might have to come inside the coochie. Like, I'm afraid that I'm gonna be raw dogging, and I'm just gonna have to let loose inside the coochie, bro. I'm not gonna pull out. I'm just gonna stay inside, man, because I want children, and you know the dating market is so goddamn competitive out here, bro. And this time I'm not on the juice. I'll never get back on steroids again. You feel what I'm saying? You know. Because that stopped me from having children, man. I could have got Thai girl pregnant, man. I'm mad about that. So no, I'm not getting back on the steroids, because sometimes getting laid, it come out of nowhere. You don't know when you're gonna get the coochie. And if you're on a cycle while you getting laid and stuff like that, and you busting nuts on the inside while you're on a cycle, that's gonna stop you from having children. I tried to get Thai girl knocked up, bro. It didn't work. I was 37 at the time, and she was 37. And even though I didn't have my shit together, I still wanted to bust nuts and have a kid with her, man. And I failed miserably. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Didn't, you know. But this time, I'm staying away from the steroids and stuff, man. You know. And I'm looking for a woman to have babies with. And I'm not gonna be too fond of condoms no more, man. I believe right now at this point in my life, I just want just one woman to have babies with. So I'm gonna not wear condoms at all when I'm just being with this one woman, bro. And if she get pregnant, okay, fine. That's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would hate to like be, not having a kid by the time I get to be older, in my older age. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody should have children, man. Who wants to be old and alone without children, bro? Like, if it wasn't for me and my sisters, man, my mom would have never lived that long, man. How she was when she was older and she had us. Oh, we came around, we kept her company, man, but she was very, very lonely, man. You know what I'm saying? Before she died. She wanted me to stay stay with her, man. You feel me? She wanted me to stay and watch movies with her all night long and shit. I'm like, Mom, I gotta go. I gotta work. But don't be that guy that says, you know, I don't need children, man. Children ain't nothing but a burden and stuff like that. Don't be that guy, bro. Be that guy that's trying to have a kid, man. But only if you can afford it, man. I think like bringing kids into poverty is the worst thing. So I advise you motherfuckers to get your money up, get the bag, and then have kids. Like if I got a bag tomorrow, I'll be busting nuts and coochie like on Sunday. wait. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah. You know, I'll be busting nuts, you know, I'll be busting nuts by time Monday come around, or let's be realistic. Okay, I get the bag tomorrow. I'll be busting nuts inside the coochie next month. Yeah. In December. Yeah. That sound more realistic. Cause then you gotta get the money and then you gotta go out, you gotta meet a woman and shit like that. You know, got the money, you got a bag or whatever. The female right there, man, you just see her like, oh man, she tall as fuck. Oh yeah. I ain't wearing no condoms with this woman. This woman, I'm gonna try to impregnate with her, man. I got the bag, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I got the bag, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? She tall, she good looking, she about an 8 in looks. Oh yeah, I'm busting nuts inside of this. You know what I'm saying? Because you think about it, bro. When you get with a woman that's above your looks level, bro, you got access to better genes, man. That means your kids gonna come out better than you. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, man. You know. You know. The next one, okay, cool. Okay. Like I said, man, in this lifetime, man, you gotta make sure you procreate. You feel me? Make sure you have children. And then some of us gotta work harder though. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the money, we gotta get the bag, you know, so we can have children and shit like that, man. Yeah. And make it your prime purpose in life, man. I wanna have children after I get the bag. It's like, you know, make it a mission of yours. You know. Cause me myself, man, I'm like, man, I can't wait to get my freak on with some female that's fine as hell. They got a big old booty, a big old trunk, a nice pair of tits. You know what I'm saying? You know, and impregnate that motherfucking ass. You know, I'm talking about skeet all inside the coochie. Like, she was like, why you came inside my coochie? I'm like, hell yeah, I came inside your coochie. What you think I wasn't gonna do that? You thought I was gonna just pull out? Nah, fuck pulling out. I'm staying on the inside because I'm trying to have a kid. You seen boobs today? No, she wasn't here today, man. What's up with it? Sean Breezy, what's up with it? No, I didn't see boobs today, man. I'm afraid of boobs. Even though she got that cute smile and them rosy cheeks and stuff, you feel me? But she's not tall enough, though. She's 5'4". That's not tall enough. Or somewhere around there, 5'3", 5'4". She's not 5'2". She's 5'4". She's taller than Shorty Pants. Let's put it this way. I mean, she height marks her, man, by at least 2 inches, man. You know what I'm saying? And all I can think about is having children at this point, man. I told you, I got like baby rabies, or I got baby fever, or what they call it, right? I got baby fever. And I'm like, right now, I'm 45. I can still attract a young female because I got young females still trying to fuck with me. So we're gonna take advantage of that. And any female that's willing to have babies and she tall and she at least a 6 in looks, I'm gonna impregnate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bust nuts inside the coochie. I don't want no goddamn condom. Fuck a condom, nigga. I'm trying to have a children. I'm trying to have kids. I'm trying to have a child. Did I say I'm trying to have a children? I've been drinking way too much. I'm trying to have kids. If I have kids next year, by the time I get to be 65, they'll be like 14. You feel me? I could say 65. Let's go 60. No, they'll be like nearly 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I got 65. You know, I get to be 65. I got a 20-something-year-old kid that can help me around the house, because by the time I get to be 65, my physical is going to be gone. You know, you're not going to be that young buck anymore that can pick up and lift shit up, you know, bending down and squatting, you know what I'm saying? But if I have a child that can come over and help in the household that's young, you know, things will be a lot easier. I don't want to be that guy, like, you know, that needs help, and I don't got no kids around to come and help me. Man, that's a fucking horror movie if you ask me, nigga. Like the other day, or I think it was like months ago, like nearly a year ago, there was this old lady, bro, that I had to push to the store because she didn't have nobody to come around and push her, man. And she was stuck. She was in a wheelchair, and she couldn't like move her. I don't know what was going on, bro. But she asked me to push her to the liquor store, and I said okay. And she was like, okay, I'll give you a couple of drinks or whatever. And at the time, I'm really buzzed or whatever. I'm like, I already had a few. I was coming from my sister's house. I already had a few drinks. So I pushed her, man. But she was struggling, trying to get to the store in her, you know, in her wheelchair. And that's terrifying that she didn't have no kids to come around and help her and shit like that, man. That's terrifying. Boobs, you know. Boobs might want to D gotta hurry before she lose interest. Yeah, I know, bro. But she's not tall enough. She don't meet the cut. Yeah, I'll have sex with her, bro. But damn, bro, is it? I'm gonna try to put the condom on. Shit, I'm not gonna wear condoms. I'm not gonna want to wear condoms. And I want to hurry up before she loses interest. You know what I'm saying? It happens, you know? You know? You know? I'm gonna make my move. Like, next time she come around, I'm gonna try to get the number. I'm gonna give her my number, and I'm gonna try to get her number and see what happens. And then if it doesn't go anywhere from there, okay, fine. Other than that, it's okay. Forget about it. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. I would splurge money on boobs, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd give her some nice shoes, and I could tell she needs some shoes too, man. Her shoes at work are not up to. They're not up to point, you know. But I'm afraid once I get the bag, my standards are going to go up because I'm going to have so many options. And I'm only going to be checking for like tall women, bro. You know, tall women who are like at least a 7 or an 8 or something like that. Boobs is a 6. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like this. I didn't like suffer and, you know, and all the other shit just so I could get a 6 in looks. I suffered so I could get a woman that was above my looks level, a woman that's a 7 or an 8 in looks. Cause you get one of those, man, that'd be good for your kid, man. Your kid come out beautiful. I mean, damn, when I was younger, bro, I was like a 7 in looks myself. So I gotta look for a female that's at least a 7 or an 8 in looks. You feel what I'm saying? Because look at all these, I mean, shit. Look at all these goddamn incels, bro, going around setting people on fire and shit. There was one incel that set this one female on fire, bro. He was ugly as fuck, bro. You really want your kids to be ugly? I don't fucking think not. You want your kid to be sub 5? I don't think not. I don't think sub 5 men want their kids to be sub 5. That's why they always checking for the goddamn Stacys and shit. And the motherfucking Keishas. You feel what I'm saying? Even sub 5 try to run away from sub 5. They don't want that for their children, man. You feel what I'm saying? So no, boobs, she don't make the cut. No matter how much, I want her, and no matter how much I want to have babies with her right now at this point because I'm desperate, no, she don't make the cut, period. She's not tall enough. We gotta fucking set those fucking rules. Even though I am thirsty and I look at her, I'm like, man, she pretty. She got a nice rosy cheeks. She in her early 20s, and I'm like, God damn, I'm attracting her. Oh man, I must have been fine as fuck when I was in my 20s. God damn, I'm still attracting young females for my age, man. At 45, you feel me? So shit, I'm like, God damn, even though she is attractive, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm attracted to her, man. And I know what, I'm gonna try to hit it, man. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a number, man. I'm gonna take some risk. But what I'll do is I'll just try to keep a condom on because I know myself, bro. I'm gonna get crazy and want to knock her up. And before I get the bag, I don't want to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know she gonna jump on me with no condom and start grinding on me. That's how it all starts. The female, she jump on you with no condom on, and you be like, oh shit. And she's grinding on you with no condom. The dick is not inside the pussy yet, but she's jumping on you and she grinding on you, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually, after about, 30 or 40 minutes, the dick is inside the pussy without the condom. So I'm just saying, that's been my experience though, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So if I start fucking with boobs and she's not tall enough, I don't want no accident to happen, because she could jump on top of me with them titties out, you know what I'm saying, and talk and sweet talk me and talk about, oh, I want to feel you. I want to feel the dick inside the pussy raw. I want to feel you. I want to feel the juices. I want to feel your juices. And I'd be like, okay. And, in the back of your brain, because you got, that's that, your procreation kicking in. You feel me? So you say, fuck it, okay. She young. She got some big old titties. She's mounted on top of me. And I was like, okay, I'm going in raw. Before you know it, bro, your kid done came out to be 5'7" as a dude. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, I was supposed to be disciplined, bro. You're like, damn, I was supposed to have got a woman that was around my height. Now, Tally Pants, she's the one that I would like knock up because she's around 5'8", okay? That's around my height. I'm 5'9". What's up with the B2B? And yeah, man, so shit. Cause I can see myself like, okay, we don't have to wear nothing. Let me raw dog it. And before you know it, you're gonna squirt and squirt some more inside that cooch. And you be like, God damn, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck did I do? Before you know it, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. You were like, bro, oh really? Oh man, you ain't supposed to be pregnant. I thought you were gonna take the morning after pill. You're like, no, she's pregnant, bro. She's pregnant. You supposed to have got with a female that's around your height, you dumbass. You got with a female that's 5'4". Now, if it's a boy, he gonna hate himself. Nah, give your kid at least average height, because my thing is, you know, when I was coming up, I still got women. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm 5'9", whether you like it or not, it's not a bad height, bro. Like, you got some females that'll say, oh, you 5'9", that's short. But then you got another female that's around your height, or she's below like your height, maybe 5'4". That'll be just right for her, or some shit like that. Because some females, they only care about whether or not you're taller than them. That's all they care about. Are you taller than me? Yeah, I'm taller than you. I'm about 5 inches taller than you. You know, you're 5'4" and I'm 5'9". So that's a good height when you think about it. For getting coochie though, not. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, it is a good height. A good height. For a long time, I didn't think 5'9" was a good height, but then I start seeing females around my height liking me. I start seeing females that were taller. I mean, that were younger than me, liking me. So yeah, it's a good height, man. Don't let nobody tell you that average height is not a good height. It's a good height. 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", 5'11". That's a good height. You know, some females, they don't dig it. Fuck those females, bro. We got some females out here that will dig it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in my 20s, I was going through females and I didn't care about, you know, my height and shit, man. I was tall enough. That's what it was. You feel what I'm saying? Damn, we got hella trolls in here tonight, bro. What is this, a Thanksgiving troll spot or some shit like that? God damn, how many trolls in here? Hey, bro, I got moderators everywhere. So if you come in here and you start trolling, bro, I got so many moderators. Who's a moderator? We got Jamie, he's a moderator. You feel me? We got Sean Breezy, he's a moderator. All my moderators are in here, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I got a gang of moderators. So if you come here and start talking that shit, man, you know, don't come in here talking that shit. But like I said, man, it's all about the survival of your genetics, bro. You know? You know, all us, we gotta have children to take care of us in our old age. Just remember that. You gotta have children to take care of you in your old age, bro. Stop the bullshit. Stop wearing condoms on women that you are in a relationship with. Get your money together so you can take care of the kids. You feel what I'm saying? And then once you get your money together, then bust nuts inside the coochie and have children, bro. Don't have kids if you ain't got your bread together, man. You be poor and shit. No. Spend time chasing the bag. Get the bag, then have the children, bro. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. I got moderators everywhere. So if you come here and say some stupid shit, bro, guess what? You're gonna get kicked out of this motherfucker real quick. You feel me? Yeah, you know, I got motherfuckers who got my back in here. You feel me? You get that money first, and then you bust nuts inside the coochie. You know what I'm saying? Get the bag first. I mean, when I mean by having that money first, you gotta have millions in the bank, nigga. Or at least hundreds of thousands. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I remember how it was to be born broke. You know, born poor. Your parents ain't got nothing, so you ain't gonna have nothing. Nah, wait. Get your money together while you young too. Don't wait until you get to be, you know, 35, 40, and then start chasing the bag. Nah, don't do that. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Get your money together while you young, or even if you like late in life and you start chasing the bag in your 30s, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But don't have children until you got the money right. Yeah. You feel me? You know. B2B back in here. What's up with the B2B? I'm gonna let B2B come back in here. You know. And he gonna be my moderator too. I'm gonna let him be. I'm gonna bring him back as a moderator. Yeah. So I got B2B as a moderator too. So he back on board. A lot of you other motherfuckers, you better not come in here and talk that shit. I got moderators everywhere telling you, you talk that shit, I'ma have to get my damn gun. like Master P. If you talk that shit, I'ma have to get my damn gun. Cause I can't take no chance. Either me or you gonna die. I guess that'd be your last dance. That was my song. The 187 dance. The 187 dance, nigga. This'll be your last dance. The 187 dance. The 187 dance, nigga. This'll be your last dance. I'm waking up in cold sweats. I just realized it wasn't a dream. I shot that fool in a drive-by, and the victim of the dope tried to write on my heroin and how you figure. So my rep was on the line. I killed that nigga. Crept up on him playing basketball. Rolled my window down and shot that bitch with my sword off. That's C murder, by the way. He's in jail for life now because of some murder shit, man. That was Master P's brother and shit. C murder. So, whatever, bro. You know. Yeah, moderators are on patrol right now. So you guys come in here and you talk that shit, man. Guess what? You're gonna get kicked out. So I got eyes watching on you, man. At all times, I got eyes, nigga, everywhere. You can't fool me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk that shit. You know, if you talk that shit, I might have to get my damn gun. Meaning my moderators. If you talk that shit, I might have to get my damn gun. You know. You know. But like I said, I'm back to what I was saying, man. My thing is kids, children, you know, and the way I want it, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes you got to say goodbye to the ones who, you know, who don't meet your standards and shit, man. You know, if you're a guy that want to have tall children, you got to say no to boobs. You got to say no to shorty pants. You got to say no to those women, bro, like, because you want to have tall children. So you kind of want your kids to have a good life, better than what you had. And when you die, your son could be like, you know what, my father, he did the best for me, man. I'm 5'11" or 6 foot, you know what I'm saying? And he wanted me to be taller than him and have a better life than him. That's the reason why I came out to be what I am right now. You know what I'm saying? You know. So you want your kids to have a better life than you. That's what it boils down to and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. I dropped my fucking goddamn can, but I didn't drop all my beer. I still got some beer left. I dropped a little bit of beer. Yeah, just a little bit. Like I said, man, I got baby fever at this point in my life, man. And I'm sorry, guys, that I feel this way. You know, I'm sorry that I keep talking about this shit, man. But it's been on my mind, you know, throughout the holidays. And how motherfuckers got kids, they got families and stuff like that, and they're feeling happy and fulfilled. I want that same happiness and fulfillment myself. You feel what I'm saying? I want to have children. I want to have kids. I don't want to get to be 60 and by myself, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's a terrifying thing to think about. You know what I'm saying? So I know when I get the bag, I'm going to be one dangerous, busting nuts motherfucker. I'm gonna be one dangerous busting nuts inside the coochie motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know. So he said I have a 15-year-old daughter. That is too much. Hey man, hey shit, you got something, bro. At least your daughter, when you get to be, you know, 75, 80, she could come around, check up on you, man. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do the same thing, man. I got baby fever. How you think I feel, bro? I don't even have a 15-year-old daughter, even though I'm old enough to have a 15-year-old daughter. But in my 20s, I fucking wore condoms most of the time. And I was very picky in my 20s because I had a lot of options in my 20s. And so I got to my 30s and it was a different story, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, have children. Please have children. Don't get to a certain age where you don't have children, bro. You feel me? It's a lonely life. You know what, bro? I'd rather be dealing with my kids and shit like that and being with them than not having no kids at all to deal with. You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause that's the most like terrifying, lonely life that you can fucking live, is to not have children when you get to be older. Yeah, it's fine to not have children when you're in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. But what about when you get to be 60, 70, 80? You don't have children to come around and see you, man. That's a lonely existence, bro. I don't want that to happen to me. You feel what I'm saying? You know. You know. That's why I'm afraid to like sleep with boobs, because I know I'm gonna knock her up. In the midst of the moment, and I keep saying this time and time again. In the midst of the moment, I'm gonna be not wanting to pull out because I'm like, I need to knock you up. I need to have a child. And right now, I don't want to have sex at this point, even though I do. I crave it. But at this point, we got to get the bag first. Then we'll knock up the woman, man. You feel what I'm saying? So that way, my kids will be born with money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? And I could buy the things that my parents couldn't buy me. You know, you feel me? So boobs, she got to be out of the question. Even though, yeah, she's young. She's 22 years old. You feel what I'm saying? And she's cute, but she's not tall enough. So you got to skip out on that. We got to get to the ones who are taller than her, man. Now I see why a lot of like women, you know, suffer or struggle getting high quality men who got a lot of money, because high quality men who got money, you know, they got a lot of options, and they got, you know, so they're gonna pick the tallest of the bunch. You know what I'm saying? When you look at Mayweather, look how tall his woman is. His woman is just as tall as him, bro. You know what I'm saying? 5'8". You know what I'm saying? He didn't pick a woman that was 5 foot, bro. He picked a woman that was 5'8". So now I understand why a lot of average women struggle to get a high quality man with a lot of money, because they don't fit the bill. They don't fit the, you know, what the high quality man is looking for. Most of the motherfuckers out here in Hollywood, all the niggas with the bags, they checking for tall females. They're not checking for women who are 5 foot, you know what I'm saying? Or even 5'1", or 5'2", or 5'3", or 5'4", or 5'5". They checking for women who are like 5'7" and up. You know what I'm saying? Because they're more attractive, and you want tall babies. I find taller women more beautiful with long legs and shit like that. That's a turn on for me. You know what I'm saying? I like short women too, don't get me wrong. They pretty and they're tempting, but when a man got a lot of money, he always gonna go for the tall woman, bro. I'll keep that on the buck. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm drinking, so I ain't too drunk right now, but you know, so I'm good. You know, a rich man with some money, he gonna always want the tall broad, bro. Right now, when you broke, you dusty, you ain't too picky. Like right now, I'm not too picky. Boobs, if I didn't have a whole lot of money, I would try to fucking knock her up. Like if I wasn't after the bag, I mean. If I didn't, you know, if I wasn't after the bag and she stepped to me, I would have been stepped to her real quick. Because of her height, I ain't made a move yet. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to be disciplined and shit. You feel me? You know. Even though I want her bad. I want boobs bad, man. She turned me on, man. I have already thought about hitting it from the doggy style, man. She ain't got a whole lot of ass, but it's there. You know, it's not like the booty that you like, the real juicy booty. You could grab a big chunk of meat. Nah, it ain't like what you like. You know what I'm saying? It's a female. She got enough booty. Let's put it this way. I say between small and medium. You know, I think she's she's around there, man. You know what I'm saying? She got some big old titties though. Oh, I can see myself sucking on them motherfuckers, bro. Oh, hell yeah, she hella young too, man. It gets me all kinds of horny, man. When I think about sticking my dick into a young female, oh, that's around 22, 23. Oh, man. But whatever, bro. I think at this point in my life, you know, she got to be at least 25. You know, boobs is kind of young, man. You know what, bro? I could see boobs always wanting to go to bars and clubs, and she just turned 22, 23. I mean, when I was 22, 23, all I wanted to do was go to bars and clubs. So, but by the time you get to a female that's 25, 30, bro, they already got children by another man. So it's good to probably pick a female that's young, man, to have children with, man. Because I don't want the women to have children by another man. I'm just done with that, man. So, yeah, it's good to get the bag and get the woman that's that don't have children. Because I told you niggas time and time again, bro, I done had so many goddamn bad experiences with women with children. Oh my God, you feel me? Like I done had the worst experiences. My last girlfriend, bro, her daughter, she broke up our relationship, man. Her daughter wouldn't get a life, man. Her daughter was in her 20s and she couldn't keep a man. You know, she kept running back to us. She kept on looking for mama to pay her way, even though mama gave her money to go to college and shit like that. You know, and she fucked that up, and now she's always looking for a handout, coming over, leaving the baby over, because then, you know, she started to have children. I'm like, God damn, how the fuck is my girlfriend's daughter having children and I'm not having children? You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I'm good with that, bro. I don't want a female that got a kid by another man. I'm good. I done had bad experiences. One time I dated a woman that had a kid that socked me in the motherfucking mouth, bro, and busted me open too. I had a bleeding lip and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? A 5-year-old punched me in the face, bro. I tried to grab her and her mama. You know, I grabbed her mama from behind, right? And she was holding her kid. You know, the kid balled up her motherfucking fist and socked me in the face, bro. I said, oh man. And then I looked at my lip. I was like, this shit is bleeding. What? That was wow. I think she was like around 5 or 6 or something like that. You know, that let me know that even though you 5 or 6, you can still bust a motherfucker open. All you gotta do is ball up your fist and hit him there. You know? You strong enough to hit a motherfucker and make him and bust wide open. You. That's when you gotta say, okay, no more kids, no more females with kids and shit, man. Fuck all that, bro. I done had bad experiences. Sabrina was a fucking nightmare. My ex-girlfriend's daughter, she was a fucking nightmare, bro. And you think that she moved out of the house like around 18, 19, 20. She moved out of the house, moved in with some other guy, and, you know, you think that she could take care of herself. Nah, she came back to the door looking for a handout, asking for money from her mother and shit, moving back into the house when her relationship failed. I'm like, damn, you're not supposed to be in a relationship as a young person, period. I don't care if you're a male or female. You ain't supposed to be in a relationship that young. You're supposed to be worried about getting your money together. That's where motherfuckers go wrong, bro. They focus on the opposite sex so young, you know what I'm saying? And then later on, they pay for it down the stretch. Like, goddamn, look at all the goddamn time I wasted. I could have been productive, but instead, I wanted to be in a relationship. You know. Let's get out of here, man. Go back to the store and get some water. And we're gonna go to sleep. You know. Motherfuckers at a young age, man, they focus on relationships first. My thing is, you gotta understand your body wants to procreate at all. Hold on one second. All right. Let me tell you something as an older man. I'm gonna pass this knowledge down to a lot of you motherfuckers. Your body wants to procreate at all, like, at all ages. You know, when you turn 13 or 14, that's when you get the sperm in your body and shit as a man, or as a teenager, I mean. You know, and that's when you're able to procreate and shit like that, and your hormones are kicking your ass, you know. But I'm here to tell you, you gotta ignore that shit. Like, when you're going through high school, you're going through college, it's best to not deal with women, period. Because, like I said before, you can knock a female up on accident and ruin your dreams and shit like that at an early age. You know, best to be single, hitting and quitting with condoms, of course, until you become whoever you want to become. You feel what I'm saying? Dating, you gotta have condoms. You gotta, you know, until you get your bag on. And then once you get your bag on, then you can start having children. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, don't date at all until you get the bag. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck dating. Fuck dating until you know, before you get the bag, bro. You feel me? Get the money first, and then you can impregnate the woman, you know, and have your children and stuff, you know. You feel me? What's up, boss?
Yeah, good evening. What's up?
I'm good.
Oh,
As a mouse attorney, I am slime. You said it, not me.
This deal doesn't close till the end of the week.
No. You're me. You said something.
A bit of advice. If you really believe Grandma was run over by Santa's reindeer, then find him. He should know where Grandma is.
Okay, I will.
seven thirty. Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
Have a nice evening.
You too, man. Happy holidays again.
Happy holidays.
I can't wait till it's over.
Yeah. One day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
And all that relationship stuff, man, it can wait, bro. Until you get the bag together, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, God damn, if I deal with boobs right now, I'm gonna end up fucking her raw and busting nuts on the inside. I know myself. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, I should get one more beer before I go to sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. One more beer. One more beer, you feel me? Have no fear. Have no fear. One more beer. Like I said, man, this life is too goddamn lonely to live it alone, man. I think every man should have a child, bro. Like, some guys don't get to have a child. They go to the grave without having children because their looks, you know what I'm saying, their looks that allow them to fucking have children. That's why I say, man, spend time getting the bag And then you can pass on your genetics with ease, man, with no struggle. I think the reason why I don't have any children because my finances been fucked up for like years and shit. That's the reason why I ain't got no kids right now. But wait until I get this bread together, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You know. Okay. No, I'm scared to death of having sex without the condom. Scared. I think in my 20s I had only had sex without the condom like about 3 or 4 times or some shit like that. But my girlfriends, they always plug themselves up. You know, let me get another beer, brother. They always plug themselves up, man. When it's, you know.
475 please.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
It's a brown. Yeah, that's good, man. He know. He know what's up. And thank you. Have a good night. So I say, man, get the bag and women can't resist you, man. Once you get the bag, they can't resist you. They gotta like submit to you, and they gotta have your children. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what woman would like say no to a guy who got the bag when it comes to having children? I know if I got the bag, I'll have children very easily without any struggle, without any, let me plug myself up. Because that's what my ex-girlfriend did, man. She plugged herself up. And I would have been very upset if it would have happened to me now. But since I was a young cat, it didn't bother me that she plugged herself up. She had that diaphragm. She stuck it in her coochie. No, matter of fact, she took it to the doctor. The doctor stuffed it in her coochie, bro. That way we could have sex and she didn't get pregnant, right? If it was me now, I would have broke up with her and found another woman. So I'm like, so you plugging yourself up, but you didn't plug yourself up with that other motherfucker. You let the other motherfucker, the bad boy, the Chad, the Tyrone, you let him bust nuts inside the coochie and get you pregnant. But then when it comes to me, you gonna plug yourself up? Fuck you, bitch. You let that other motherfucker have it. You had children with him, and you don't want to have children with me? That's the type of woman you gotta walk away from, bro. If that female, she don't want to have your children, fuck you. Tell that bitch, fuck you. I'm leaving. Don't take it from none of these hoes. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta drink some more beer. This is my last beer anyway. I was so young, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that it was the wrong one for me, man. Anytime a woman, you know what I'm saying, she plug herself up, she don't want to have children with you, bro. She just want the pleasure. She just want the sex from you. That's when you gotta walk her away, bro. That's when you gotta walk away. Don't stick around if a woman don't want to have children with you, bro. That's not the one. We date women that pass on our genetics, bro. We're not here to just to have sex. Anybody can have sex. No, I'm not. I'm here to have children. I'm here to have a family. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. If a woman ain't, family material, you feel me? If she ain't down to have a family with you, bro, you got to kick that bitch to the curb. That bitch is for the streets, as they say, right? That bitch is she's for the streets. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're going to plug yourself up when it come to me, but you let the Chad guy, you let him knock you up. So you're going to let him knock you up, and let me knock you up? When it come to me, you're going to close yourself up? You want me to wear a condom, but you didn't let that nigga wear a condom? Fuck you. Suck a huge dick in your mouth. That's what you need to do. Because I'm not going to sit here and waste my goddamn time. I want children, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. That's what you tell a bitch, fuck that bitch, bro. Cause some bitches fucking shady, bro. They'll lead you on. And that's what my ex-girlfriend did, bro, to me. She led me on. She had no intention to have children with me, bro. She had no intentions to have children with me. But she let that Chad and she let the Tyrone motherfucker bust nuts inside the coochie. And then when it comes to me, oh no, I gotta cover up. I gotta protect myself. Like, what? I'm like, you let him have a baby with you though. What about me? Well, I learned my lesson. I'm not. See, that's why I say you gotta get the young females. Fuck those single mothers and shit. Don't fuck with them, bro. Nah, fuck them. You gotta have your own kids, man. You feel me? Once you get the bag, then you have the kids, man. That's why I say get the bag. You saying you don't know how much it costs. Man, who cares about that, bro? That's your investment when you get old. B2B, you're not old yet, man. But I said in the next 10 years, you're gonna be thanking me. And you're gonna be agreeing with me like, well, Cap, bro, I'm glad I listened to you, bro. Cause you're not old yet, B2B. You like 50 something? That's not really old. Old is 65 and up. You ain't there yet. That's why they say retirement age is around 68 or whatever, or 67 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's old. You in your 50s, bro, that's not old. But you'll be seeing what I'm talking about when you can't move around like you used to. In your 50s, you can still move around. You can do whatever you want. You feel what I'm saying, B2B? But B2B, you got a 15-year-old daughter. So, you doing better than most of us, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a daughter. I wish I would have had a daughter. And I'll pay anything to have a daughter. I don't care how expensive it is. I want them around. I'll get the bag. I'll get the money. I'll become a millionaire. I'll do whatever I got to do to have a child, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Just not to be alone. Alone is the worst thing you could ever go through as a man. It's worse. You think about having kids is bad, and it's not, bro. Look, I'm looking on the outside in, bro. I'm looking from the outside in. I'm seeing like you got somebody to talk to. You got somebody that's wishing you happy birthday. You know how precious it is to like for somebody to wish you happy birthday on your birthday and give you a birthday present. You know what I'm saying? When you by yourself, you ain't got no kids, bro. You ain't got nobody to give you a birthday present. You know what I'm saying? So, no, it's worse. It's worse being by yourself, bro. And you're weaker that way, by the way. Man, what the fuck, bro? Really, you just gonna have that on while I'm talking. It's worse being by yourself, bro. I struggle too, B2B. We all struggle, brother. That's why I'm here. to tell you to get the bag, man, so we won't fucking struggle for the rest of our lives, man. And, you know what I'm saying? You could be 40 or 50, man, and turn your life around. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because we wanna make sure we leave a legacy behind. I wish I had a daughter. I wish I had a kid right now I could call. I wish. But I don't have it, man. That's why I'm scared of messing with boobs, man. With boobs, I'm scared of her. Cause I might knock her up. I might bust a nuts inside the coochie, bro. And I'm so lonely myself, man. I wish I had a daughter to come out and give me a present or a Christmas present or to sing me happy birthday. And you don't know how good that feels when you got a fucking table full of kids that's singing you happy birthday every single goddamn birthday that comes around. You know what I'm saying? For them to blow out the cake, the candles, and all that stuff, just, you know, it's a good thing, man. It's better than being alone. I'm gonna tell you straight up, B2B, having children is better than being alone, bro. It's better than being alone. Being alone sucks. You're by yourself. All you hear is silence. And plus, you live longer when you got children, man. You know what I'm saying? When you got a family, you live longer. I'm drinking this last beer. You know, that's what I'm focusing now, man. It's like having children, not being old and alone. That's what I'm focusing on now, bro. Even if I fucking like slipped up and had kids without having my shit together, at least in the back of my mind, I can say, damn, I have, you know, I have did what I came to do, which is procreate, because that's my mission on earth. You know, my mission on earth is to procreate people that look like me. And that's my mission on earth. And making sure they got good lives and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? That's my main mission on earth. It's not to sit here and make, you know, it's not here. You know, it's like um, I'm not here to waste time on earth. You feel what I'm saying? I know what I came here to do on earth. You feel what I'm saying? I came down here to have children and to make sure they got a better life than I did. That's my main mission in life, bro. Is to get the bag and make sure my kids are not suffering financially, or my wife, and make sure she's not suffering financially. That's my main mission on earth, bro. This is what I came down to do. You feel what I'm saying? I came down to earth to have a child, to have a kid, and that's what I'm gonna do. And right now, I'm gonna mess with boobs. I'm gonna try to hit it, man. But I don't want to have children with her, bro. She's too short. But at the same time, I'm scared. I might get in the heat of the moment and turn into a goddamn animal and bust nuts inside the coochie. It'd be like, oh wow, I woke up next day. Did I come inside your coochie? Yes, you did. I was drunk. That don't count. No, it counts. You know. You know. And you know what, bro? I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what? I have had like dreams, basically like daydreaming about me and boobs. You know, like her having my child. You know, even though she's Filipina, and I'm black. At this point in my life, I don't even really care, man. You're so desperate, you don't even really care. So what? I'll have a half black, half Filipina child. You know what I'm saying? I just want them to be for. I just want there. I know it, bro. I just want them to be there for me when I'm old, man. That's all I care about, brother. You know, is if are they there for me when I get to a certain age? Because them old years are gonna come around, man. Man, and it comes around like faster than you think. You feel what I'm saying? You know, B2B, what's up with it? My kids think I'm a gangster. They really don't hang out with me much. I want to buy you some music. It's all good, B2B, bro. You know, at least you got a daughter. Right now, B2B, you in your 50s, right? So you got a daughter that's gonna come around when you get to be in your 70s, man. If you live to be that long, you got a daughter to come around and see you, bro. I don't have that, man. I'm trying to get to where you got it. I'm trying to get to where you at right now. You feel me? God damn, I'm burping and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm thinking about babies. I'm thinking about the bag, and I'm thinking about the babies. I'm thinking about my firstborn, man. You know what I'm saying? I could hold my firstborn in my arms and be like, God damn, I did good. And then my secondborn, I want to hold my secondborn in my arms. Sorry guys, I'm burping because this beer is strong, man. Shit. God, this fucking beer is strong. Well, it's not that strong, but it's strong enough. Well, that's why you see me. I'm crying with the Titanic and shit. You see me crying. You know what I'm saying? Watching the Titanic and watching, love, romance, movies and shit like that, man, because I miss it. I miss the love. I miss the romance. You know what I'm saying? I miss the flowers. I thought about giving boobs, some flowers and shit. Like if I could find me some good flowers, man, I could walk in there, man, and give her some flowers, man. Because I've been thinking about her, even though I shouldn't be thinking about her because she's not that tall, but I'm still thinking about her. You feel what I'm saying? Still thinking about her no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes dangerous. I'm like, wait a minute, she don't fit my description, but like I said, man, she ain't missed right, but she missed right now. Well, I would tear boobs up. Oh, matter of fact, she'll tear me up. I take that back. I take that back. Probably won't be able to hang with her because I'm 45 and she 22. So yeah, I'll lose that battle for sure. For real, I would, bro. I can't beat the pussy up like I did when I was in my 20s, man. I could try, but it's not gonna be like it was, when I was in my 20s, man. But boobs, yeah, she'll probably ruin my ass, man. What did it say? Was it what's that nigga name? Was it Rampage Jackson? He had a he got a young girlfriend, and he can't keep up with her in the bedroom, bro. And I'm like, damn. So what if I get with boobs and I can't keep up with her in the bedroom? You know what I'm saying? So I said, fuck it, bro. You know, you get with them young females, you're gonna need Viagra, bro. Not a lot, but maybe like a half of a pill or some shit like that. That's what my homeboy told me. He said, man, when you get with them youngins, you're gonna have to need a half of a pill of Viagra. That's gonna keep your dick hard the whole entire night. My homeboy over here, man, he said coke. This nigga said coke keep his dick hard throughout the whole entire night. I was like, God damn, really? He said, man, when I snip that coke, I can get with the youngest bitches. And the nigga, he in his 50s and shit. And then he was talking about, man, when he sniffed a line of coke, you know what I'm saying? You know, it keep his dick hard throughout the whole entire night. That's what he was telling me. He's like, man, I get on coke real quick. Cause I'm an OG, man. I'm like, the guy's like 50 plus. You feel what I'm saying? You know. That's what he was telling me, man. But I thought in my head, I was like, damn, if I get with boobs, man, I probably won't be able to keep up with her, man, because I'm 45, man. Even though I haven't had sex in like 2 years, which is on purpose, because I go find me some sex, man. You know, but you know, if I got with boobs, I probably won't be able to keep up with her, man, because she young. She 22, bro. Bro, let me tell you something. If boobs mount on top of me, man, it is over. Especially she ain't got no bra on, and she got them big old boobs in my face. If she mount on top of me, I'm busting the nut. For real. The moment she mount on top of me, bro, I'm busting nuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, that shit is funny as fuck. I'm old school, old. B2B. Yeah. Look, if that young female, look, if she jumped on me, man, with them big old titties, you know, being 22 and all, I probably won't survive, man. I'll be like, oh, baby, I'm about to bust a nut right now. I can't hold it. I gotta take my dick out. Why'd you take your dick out? Because I was about to bust a nut, and I don't want to bust a nut right now. I'm gonna put it back in. Oh, about to bust a nut now. Let me take it out again, because I can't keep up. That's called not being able to keep up. You know, when you're 45 and you got a young, hot tenderoni in front of you, you're gonna bust nuts sooner than you think. For real. When I was messing with that young female in my early 30s, let me tell you something real quick. When I was messing with that young female in my early 30s and she was in her early 20s, and I guess I wasn't stroking it hard enough or something like that, and she was like, oh, don't do that grandpa shit on me. And I was like, what? I'm like, what? She's like, grandpa shit? I'm like, I'm only 32. But I guess I wasn't that much in shape. So that's what really happened, man. Just be in shape for these hoes. You feel what I'm saying, man? It makes the baby making easier when you can fucking beat the pussy up until, she can't take no more. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you beat the pussy up, she can't take no more. But when you get with these young females, man, you being an older man in your 40s, in your mind, you think you could take her. But you're gonna have another thing coming. That's what my homeboy told me, man. No, he wasn't my homeboy. This was a guy that I picked up when I was doing Uber and Lyft, right? He said, man, in my mind, I think I could take them all. I could get inside the pussy and beat the pussy up. In my mind, I think I could hang, you know, but really, you can't hang. She's too young, you know. You know, she's 22, 23 years old, and you're 45, 46. Bro, you're gonna be busting nuts like left and right. And women, they don't like I noticed that women, they don't like minute mans. You only last 1 minute in the bedroom, or you last 2 minutes or 5 minutes. They don't like that shit. I noticed that. They got a song called "Don't Want No Minute Man." You know what I'm saying? You know. And I'm like, I don't want to be a minute man. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta, you know, in order to do that, man, you gotta fuck all the time. That's how Chad and Tyrone, man, they don't bust nuts early because they fuck all the time. Shit. When I look at some, well, oh shit. When I'm looking at the motherfuckers on porn and shit, and I'm like, God damn, these motherfuckers done stuck his dick into a female that was like a 7 or 8, and he ain't busting nut yet. It's because they're used to it. They're used to fucking all the time. So the motherfucker's dick is fucking what they call it, desensitized, but they can't really. Your dick ain't goddamn. Your dick is not that goddamn sensitive. You feel what I'm saying? Cause you fuck all the time. The Chads and Tyrones, you feel me? They fuck all the time. So they're not gonna be, busting nuts early and shit. They're gonna beat the pussy up, man, until the pussy can't take no more, and then they're gonna bust a nut. That's how I did it when I was younger, man. I get in the bed with a female, I beat that pussy up until she get her nut off, and then I come around and get my nut off. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's how it was when I was younger. I beat the pussy up until it can't take no more. You know what I'm saying? Get that motherfucking a pussy a black eye and shit, you know? But really, at this point in my life, man, I want children. So, this is my last night drinking. I'm gonna take a couple of days off of drinking after this because we're trying to attract a young female at this point to have children. So I'm going on diets. I didn't get back on my diet. You know, today it was impossible to be on a diet when it's Thanksgiving. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have the turkey. You gotta have the dressing. You gotta have the biscuit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have everything. You know, you gotta have the yams and shit like that. So you can't say no to that shit, man. It's kind of hard to be on a diet around the holidays. But I say fuck the diet around the holidays, nigga. I say fuck it. Whatever. We celebrate the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Get your money on. And that's it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know. You know. Yeah. You know. But like I said, man, I wish you could meet my kids. GTA. You know what? I like GTA, man. I like Grand Theft Auto, man. That was my shit. And that still is my shit to my dying day. I think once I get the bag, I'll buy a fucking video game system and be back on GTA again. You feel me? Like I never left. Cause I was on that shit, man. When I was with my ex-girlfriend, bro, I was on that shit. You feel me? You know, I was on GTA every single day. You feel me? But I'm saying, man, right now at this point in my life, bro, we gotta have children. I'm on survival mode. I gotta find a young female to have my babies. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do is, man, this is my last beer for like a couple of days. I'm just gonna I'm take a vacation off of drinking so I can look more attractive in the face. Cause I know when you drink a lot, man, it just fucks up your face. It fucks up your looks and everything. So I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to have a baby. You know, I'm trying to have a kid. You know, and I'm just trying to get with that woman and be with her, man, and you know, and even if she's like 22, 23, it's okay. It's all good. You know, she's 22, 23 years old. I fucks with it. You can have more babies anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? The thing is about women in their 20s, man, they can have babies like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's easier for them to have babies than a 40 something year old female. You feel what I'm saying? So if right now in my life, bro, if I'm still attracting young females, I'm gonna have to get with the young females, man. You know, it's gonna be it's gonna be tricky, But hey, whatever, man. If young females are still feeling you, go ahead and take that opportunity, man, to have babies and stuff, man. You feel what I'm saying? Boy, I get drunk as fuck. Shit, I gotta take a pee. But like I said, man, if the young females are still feeling you, why not get a female to have babies with, man? Why not before your looks go to shit? Because eventually, looks ain't gonna last forever. I'm not gonna be able to attract young females forever. You feel what I'm saying, bro? You know, you know, you know. Hellcat facts. At 30, the biological clock starts ticking for women, and at 35, they expire. Yeah, get you a young woman. You feel what I'm saying? To have your babies. That's what I'm looking for right now. And the younger, the better. Shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these women, they could walk around, have babies. The younger females, they can have babies like it's nothing, bro. You feel what I'm saying? The 40-something-year-old females, they'll have problems. But not a young female, man. A female that's 23 years old, she can have babies like it's nothing, bro. And I'm scared. Right now, like I said, I'm scared of boobs. Because she's not really what I really want. But I can see her getting on top of me with those big old titties, mounted on top of me, talking about, I want to have your babies. Stick it in raw. And I'm gonna be like, okay. I'm gonna be like, please. Just like Drake said, please enter at your own risk. you know. You know. All women are crazy, yeah, but we can't live without them. What's that saying? You can't live with them. You can't live without them. And I believe that. You can't live with them, and you can't live without them. That's just the way it is, brother. That's just the way it is. Let me finish off this beer. We can get the fuck out of here. I got some chips for tonight. It's my motherfucking goddamn snack. You feel me? I want to have children soon, man. And my thing is because I'm still at an age where I can attract young females. So when I see that I can still get the young females, I get like into an urgency like type of deal where I'm like, man, let's have babies with her now because I'm getting old and I'm not gonna be able to attract young females forever. So I wouldn't mind to knock boobs up at this point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Uh, because I'm like desperate. You know, I'm going to get ugly in the future. You feel what I'm saying? And eventually, you know, I'm not going to be able to. I'll drink this beer real quick. I'm gonna finish off this beer, man. In the future, in the future, I'm not gonna be able to like attract young females no more. So boobs really is a temptation for me. You feel what I'm saying? You know, boobs is the motherfucking temptation because I'm like, God damn, I'm supposed to be having a woman that's taller than her, but boobs is so pretty in the face. She's like a 6 in the face, and to me, that's pretty. A female that's a 6 in the face, that's pretty to me, man. I'm still attracted to the average woman. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm still attracted to the average woman, and boobs is average as fuck. To me, I want to have babies with her, but I'm like, I gotta fight that. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not tall enough. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know how it is, man. Your desperation start talking to you. You know, don't worry about the height, bro. Get the pussy. You know, your desperation kicks in the door. You feel me? Yeah. I gotta finish off this beer before I go to the spot, cause I'm trying to be lit before I go over there. I'm not gonna throw the beer away, man. Shit, I pay for that shit, nigga. But like I said, man, back to what I was saying, man. You know, but really, it's like what's scaring me is like what people, you know, what people are saying about like not having children when they get to be old, and how they say they regret, you know, not having children once they get old. It kind of scared the shit out of me, for real. I ain't gonna lie, bro. My mother, you know, before she died, bro, I remember how desperate she was for me to be around, man. And if I wasn't around, she wouldn't have lived that long, you know. So, ugh, you feel me? You know. So my genes right now is on survival mode. I'm on survival mode, man. I'm looking for a female, any female that's over 5'6". You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking to knock them up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's called the survival of the genes, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to survive, you know, on these genes. You know, I'm gonna be busting nuts inside the coochie with no condom on. But you didn't wear a condom? Like, no, baby, I don't wear condoms. Sorry. Did you bust nuts inside my coochie? Yes, I did. You got a problem with that? Shit. You feel me? Fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that holding it in. No, we trying to have children out here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that shit. You know? Are you busting nuts inside my coochie, bro? Hell yeah. When I was let me tell you something, bro. When I was with Thai girl, bro, I was busting nuts like I was trying to get her pregnant on purpose. I ain't gonna lie, I was, nigga. I was like, she at one point, like one time when I was about to bust a nut, I told her that I was about to bust a nut. Thai girl. Now remind me, Thai girl is like 37 years old. We was around the same age. But it was, you know, it's gonna be harder to get her pregnant than versus the female that's young, right? I told Thai girl, you know, I'm about to bust nut in this coochie. She was like, no, pull it out. don't do it. And I was like, what? I looked at her, I said, no. I shook my head, and she said, okay. She let me come inside the coochie, because I wasn't pulling out. I mean, damn, what the fuck, nigga, at the time, nigga, I was struggling to get coochie in my life. You feel what I'm saying? When a motherfucker is, sorry guys, I'm drunk as fuck right now. Been drinking this beer. Happy holidays, shit. When the motherfucker is desperate, man, he ain't gonna pull out. Why I gotta pull out for it? You know what I'm saying? Fuck pulling out. I'm staying inside. You know what I'm saying? And then I got intercepted by a motherfucker that was sub 5. You know what, bro? I ain't gonna bring that shit up no more, man. Because it kind of pissed me off. A sub 5 guy come around and take the woman that you was dealing with. She showed me a picture, and I said, man, he's sub 5. He's 10 years older than me. She was like, but he has money. He has money. And he has a lot of money. And I was like, man, really? You lose to niggas who got bread, man. Oh, man. I'm gonna tell you straight up, when you're trying to get a woman pregnant, don't use steroids and don't use condoms. Fuck condoms, bro. Stay with just one female, though. When you ain't wearing condom, just stay with just one, you know? So that way you won't you don't have to wear condoms. You know, you wear condoms because you're out there and you having multiple sex partners with females. Don't do that. You pick one woman and then you don't have condoms with her. Fuck that. They say, how come you want to commit so fast? Why we could commitment? Because I don't like using condoms. That's not one thing I was trying to get across to that one female, you feel me? You know, that one female I was dealing with. Because me and her, we wasn't using condoms, right? We started off the relationship or us seeing each other, you know, right? You guys can see the smoke. It's cold out here, man. The thing is, it's like, I was dealing with that female, right? The one that brought the birth control pills and said that it's okay to raw dog because I won't get pregnant. So I did that, right? I did it. At that time, I was coming off a drought of like about a couple of months, like 2-month drought from sex. So I'm struggling at the time to get sex. And she come up into the hotel because I invited her to the hotel, right? You feel me? And then she showed up with a big ass box of fucking birth control pills. And I said, "What the fuck is this?" And she was like, "Birth control pills. We don't have to wear condoms or anything, you know, because I won't get pregnant." So I said, "Okay, all right." You know, I'm coming off a drought of like how many months? Like 2 months. So it's been 2 months for me to have sex. So I'm struggling to have sex at that point. And I said, this is a good time to bust nuts and try to get her pregnant. Wrong. She got birth control. So I wasn't going to get her pregnant, man. So, shit. You know. And that night, I was busting nuts inside the coochie. You feel what I'm saying? But she was on birth control. You know what I'm saying? So, That's the reason why I ain't had no kids. Just picking the wrong woman, man. Sometimes you can spend your whole entire life just picking the wrong female, and then you wonder why you ain't got no kids. You're 45 years old. It's because you kept picking the wrong bitch, bro, to have children with, or to try to have children with. You feel me? You know, you know. Just one, yeah. If you don't want to wear condoms, just have just one woman. You don't have to worry about no diseases and shit, man. That's why me and my ex-girlfriend, man, we had sex without the condom, but we went to the doctor and shit, or to the person that we both went and got HIV tests together. You know what I'm saying? But the lady who gave us the test, right? She was saying, um, just keep it between you and her, and when you're having sex, you know what I'm saying? Because you're having sex unprotected, so it's best just to keep sex unprotected between you and her. And I agree, bro. I don't think a lot of motherfuckers should be out here having a bunch of women all at the same time. I think a man should have. Now that I'm older, when I was younger, I didn't think like that. But now that I'm older, I think that a man should have just one sex partner. You know, uh, you should have just one woman in your life, man, not multiple women, because that's how you catch diseases and shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? And you can raw dog as long as you keep the sex between you and her. And you feel what I'm saying? You know, you know, and you gotta raise your kids anyway, man. So why be out there loose, like that, man? I have gotten older and wiser in my life, and I think every man should have just one woman, as long as he's satisfied with her body type and how she look. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just think like you should have just one female. You feel me? Cause them goddamn. Let's get out of here, man. Whew. Them goddamn diseases and shit out there, them motherfuckers is real. You feel what I'm saying? HIV, that's the biggest killer of them all, man. You don't want to catch HIV and shit, man. You got syphilis, you know what I'm saying, and all them other diseases out there, man. You don't want to catch that shit, bro. That's why in my 20s, I was always wearing condoms and shit, you know. But I think if I could go back at the time, I would have kept dating until I found the one that I felt comfortable having children with. I think when I was younger, I was very stupid and inexperienced. You feel what I'm saying? When you get older, you start realizing, like, damn, you know, time, I ain't got all the time in the world. Eventually, nigga, the tick tock, tick tick tick, tick tick tick, nigga, it's gonna tick out. You ain't gonna live here forever, man. You got an expiration date, just like everybody else. So I might as well just, you know, um, you know, um, might as well just prep for the future, man. You know, that's all you can do, man. Is prep. That's what I tell motherfuckers all the time, bro. It's the prep. Because the old years will come around. When you get old and shit, you got to prepare for those moments, man. And then you're going to look back when you like 70. You were like, I'm glad I had those children, bro. I'm glad, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm glad that I didn't fuck off time when I was younger. And I did something, you know, I did something right with my time, you know. You know. And by the way, Hellcat is drunk. I'm drunk. Like I said, man, being by yourself, it's not a good thing to live, man. Like, don't let nobody tell you that, you know, being by yourself is good. It's not. Trust me. It's not. It's not good. You know, to be by yourself as a man. You need a family. You need kids. You need a girlfriend or even a wife. Somebody say, well, marriage is a trap and stuff like that. I'm like, try marriage at least once in your life. If it didn't work the first time, don't get married the second time. Shit. You feel me? Try marriage once in your life. You got to. You know what I'm saying? We trying to live a little bit longer, man. We only got one life. You know? Have children, have kids, man. You know? Have a girlfriend, have a wife. Somebody that's loving you every moment of your life, you know? But anyway, I'm gonna end this live. You guys have a good night. I'm gonna get some sleep because I'm tired. And I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see y'all on the next one. You know, you read a pit bull, fats kill cat. Yeah. I appreciate it, Jamie. I'll see y'all tomorrow. You know, I see you B2B. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out. I'm drunk as fuck.